For Game 3, unlike the first two games, Michal was quick to keep his opening 7 while his opponent sent a hand back for 6 new cards. Keeping his streak perfect, Michal Hebky kicked the game off with a 2-drop for the 3rd time in a row. His creature of choice this time? Deaf Duelist, which was followed by Guardians of Akrasa, an exalted creature that allowed him to attack Mitamura to 17. Kazuya, meanwhile, land-cycled Sylvan Bounty, then played Vythian Stinger. The hits kept coming from Michal as his deck finally showed up to play, and he plopped Messenger Falcons onto the board, netting a free card for good measure. When he attacked with both the Messenger Falcons and his Deaf Duelist the following turn, his opponent fell to 10. Kazuya was going to need some help to stay alive as Naya Hushblade hit for Hebky, but he found it in the form of Deadshot Minotaur. That provided a body big enough to block his opponent's first strikers while nailing the Falcons for free. Michal played Wave Skimmer Evan and was able to attack Mitamura to 6. Still grinding to dig himself out of the hole he was in, Mitamura played Bloodbraid Elf. The 3-2 revealed a free Blister Beetle, and Kazuya agonized over what to hit with the 1-1. He finally decided on Wave Skimmer Evan, then turned his elf sideways. Michal opted to block with his Guardians of Akrasa, which Kazuya happily shot with the Vythian Stinger. Then post-combat, the Japanese pro played Sandgrite Backlash on the Wave Skimmer Evan. That killed the 2-4, and Michal looked on in dismay. Without his exalted team, he couldn't send his Deaf Duelist into combat sized larger than his opponent's team. Just like that, Kazuya Mitamura's position had gone from bad to almost overwhelming. He had Naya Battlemage, Deadshot Minotaur, Vythian Stinger, Bloodbraid Elf, and Blister Beetle to his opponent's Naya Hushblade and Deaf Duelist. The only problem was his lack of life, as he was behind 18-6 in the race. Still, Vant players aren't known for playing too many burn spells, and Michal's play of Ethercast Knight paled in comparison to Mitamura's Return Fire Goblin Outlander. The plucky 2-2 could hold off Hebky's team indefinitely, as all of Michal's actual removal was blue. When Michal played Obelisk of Alara, the bomb that had let him sneak by Zach Hill in the quarterfinals, however, the crowd watching in the background all murmured, "Ooh, could Michal survive elimination on the back of this powerful artifact?" That was the question Mitamura had to answer on his own turn. He decided to send his Deadshot Minotaur and Goblin Outlander into the red zone, pumping his 3-4 Minotaur to kill both Naya Hushblade and Ethercast Knight when his opponent double blocked it. The combat step left Hebky down to 2 creatures and at 10 life, but he was poised to take over with the Obelisk. Bant Charm from Hebky dealt with the pesky Naya Battlemage, while Obelisk of Alara started putting him ahead on life, 5 points at a time. The problem with his plan was that Mitamura was still attacking him for nearly 5 a turn, though neither player was adding to the board. After cushioning his life to 14, Hebky decided to go back on the offensive, sending his Deaf Duelist into combat. Mitamura opted not to chump block with his Bloodbraid Elf and fell to 4 life. When Esper Cormorants entered play for Hebky, Mitamura had 1 turn to draw an answer. If he couldn't kill the 3-3 flyer, a pump from Obelisk of Alara would spell his doom. He failed to do so, but rather than scoop, shipped the turn back confidently, daring his opponent to take the risk of moving all in on an attack. Michal wasn't intimidated. He readily stepped to the plate, turned his Cormorant sideways, and, when Kazuya couldn't block, pumped to steal back the game and remain alive in the top 8. Mitamura now leads 2 games to Hebky's 1.